He's also, I didn't mention this, alumni of West High School.
Class of 1976.
He's older. He's a year older than me. I graduated in '77. With that being said, I'm going to be passing this around. Last name legibly, because the attendance office gets really upset, and make sure you write the numbers, your ID number only. Last name, ID.
Okay, I'm excited to be here today. I only have 30 minutes, so I'm going to talk kind of fast, and I got 25 slides, and I'm going to go through those pretty quickly because it's important that we have question and answer time afterwards, just in case. And the overriding thing today that you guys should take away from this message, listen up. If I can do it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3 books. My journey started in video. So I didn't start off just producing all these great books and having a desire for history. Speaking of history, okay, so this is supposed to be a presentation on Sioux City history, and that's what it's going to be. But we're going to focus mainly on Sioux City West High School history. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to start off with Sioux City history. In the mid-1880s, Sioux City was home to 11 public schools, 18 churches, 2 breweries, 75 saloons. Can you imagine that? And not one, not two, but several gambling houses. Who's that?
You.
That's me. All you guys have been 1, 2 years old before, right? We're connected. That was me at 1 year old, and at that time, I had the keys. I'm gonna leave you guys with some keys today. Okay, that's where I was born and lived at all my West High days. Number 117th Street. Where in the heck is that at? Who knows where 17th and Hamilton is? Everybody in here knows where 17th and Hamilton is, whether you raise your hand or not. Okay, 17th and Hamilton, years ago, used to run straight up to, what's the top of the hill? Summit Street? There was no bomb guards, there was no whatever. This is corner of 17th and Main. You go down the hill, you can hit Hamilton Boulevard. Memorial Field's right over there, where Heelan plays. Okay, this February 17th, 1965. Where am I at? Come on, now don't be scared. We'll start calling on you guys if somebody doesn't say anything. Where am I at? Just guess. Can you see? Okay, I'm gonna help you out. There you go. Big shiny forehead, big old tie, great smile. Notice I showed teeth. Jacqueline Lamer, she's my greatest school teacher ever. Right there. Hopkins Grade School. Notice the diversity in the class. This is my neighborhood. This is what I grew up with. Yes, and she's still alive. And 2 weeks ago, believe it or not, she bought 3 of my books. Right online, Jacqueline Lamer. And I gotta go see her anyway. I need a clicker, but anyway, I'm getting my steps in today. Wellness is important. Huh? No, I like kind of moving around. Okay. February 21st, 1968. So 3 years later. Pretty diverse crew. Where am I at?
Second row.
I heard second row. Nope.
Talk the first round.
Oh,
On the left, on the right. The third row on the right.
There you go. You guys are catching on. Look at that. Come on. Set the fashion trends. Thin top. Let me stop. Anyway, this was a first grade, I think, or whatever. It was, notice the diverse group. Don't let the smiles fool you. That was a tough bunch. That was a tough bunch. First year at West Junior High School, not West Middle School. West Junior High School. Can you pick me out? It's like an open book quiz. Come on. There you go. Boom.
Wow.
Am I smiling then? No. This was the first time for many of the white kids in the class that they had a black kid in their class. It wasn't no big deal with me, although it was the first time that I was the only black kid in my class. Now, there were other black kids in 7th grade at West Junior at that time, okay? But in 7-3 homeroom, I was it. So that's when things started to change a little bit. Okay, moving forward. Only year I played 1 year of organized baseball. That was John Hancock. That was in 8th grade. Notice a diverse group. You notice the coach there, Archie Arvin, a great supporter of West High School. Maybe you've heard of Archie's Diner on West 7th Street. Maybe you've been there. His wife, Lori Arvin, still runs Archie's Diner. Archie was a great supporter of West High School. Okay, let's talk about Sioux City history, West High School history. The first day of classes up at here, August 28th, 1972. So I was not part of the first wave of students to go to West High School. I was at? Okay, the thing about West High School, it was a split between Central High School split. Okay, so what did it split into? West and North. Think about combining West High School and North High School, whatever, athletic teams, debate teams, whatever, that's Central. Castle on the Hill. You guys have seen it, right? Okay. Must be close to lunchtime. You guys are getting hungry. Okay. But yeah, Central to West High and North High. That was the split. First West High School yearbook was the story. That was the cover on it. How exciting. Okay, we're moving to a little technology. What that thing is, that Miss Julie DeGroot, who's a former West High teacher, legendary dance instructor up here, drill team, that's her daughter Amy taught, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, they're using an overhead projector. Overhead projector was birthed in 1853. How's that for some history? Bet you didn't know that. It was widely used in the 1950s, 60s, and early 70s. So yes, we had overhead projectors. That's how they projected things to us. Imagine that. In the 1960s and 70s, the development of LCD and DLP technology led to the creation of digital projectors. Okay. Typing 101, those are typewriters, and I probably spelled her name wrong, but that's Miss Riza Blake. Now there's a story there. I'm gonna tell you about Miss Riza Blake. I'm gonna tell you about me, actually. Her class was the only class that I ever got kicked out of and sent to the principal's office. Ever. At West High School. Sent to the principal's office. Why? Well, I didn't get sent alone. It was a trio of us. You guys probably don't know these people, but Miss Lori Gentry does. Almost called her Lori Hayes. That's who she was at West High School. Anyway, she was a year behind me. Okay, so the trio that influenced me, one, Mr. Gail Dupree, two, Mr. Dwayne Daniels, and three, Jim Tillman. It was just one of them afternoons. We wasn't even thinking about typing. I think it might have been the day we went from the manual typewriter to the electric typewriter. Now that was, you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but that was when, but we just clowned in that class. We didn't have any, some of you might clown in classes. I wasn't the only one, okay? But yeah, so that she sent us to the principal's office. Okay. First West High School royalty. Lori Lyle, and she was a queen, and Stan Galloway was the king. Stan, and once again, these are people who came from Central and went to West High. You might know the Galloway name if you know anything about basketball up here. His sons, Kyle, and I don't have my notes. Great basketball tradition. Okay, this was the 1972-73 graduating seniors. Notice the hairstyles. Fro, 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 fro. I didn't have a fro, but that was the style. And when I say fro, I mean afro. Just clear it up for you guys. Okay, so that year I was not, once again, at West High School. Where was I at? I was at West Junior. 1972-73. We had a good team. Our record was 9-3. Where am I at? 45. Got all them stars on my chest. That meant you did good things, and that meant I could hoop. West Junior. Okay, so finally made it to West High School's 1973-74 school year. And that was our sophomore basketball team. Coach Bob Held, one of the greatest coaches I've ever had. He was the coach. Notice the style, long socks, short shorts. Okay, moving on. I did play football here at West High. Pick me out. 30. It is what it is, 32. Top preps, 1975. And what this was, it was, in 1976, it was a KCAU TV 9, Channel 9 Athletic Award. Gene Sherman was the sports broadcaster there, and you ever do some research on Gene Sherman, one of the greatest broadcasters ever. But yeah, football or basketball, I could play. And there I am, senior picture. That is actually my senior picture. That is a leisure suit. If you are wondering what in the heck he's got on, that was a style. I had my style. Okay, so anyway, Just didn't want to wear a suit and tie. Just wasn't my style. Okay, what is today? March 18th? This is amazing, because on March 19th, 1999, some history was made. West High School won the 4A state basketball championship. And those are the Goomers that did it. That crew really put West High on the map. I not only was an athlete at West Side, video is my background. So I was hired Kirk Heinrich's senior year to videotape their games. There I am, March 19th, 1999, celebrating. Right there is the late Channel 4 sports reporter Brad Pausch. And that's the West Side celebration. It had been 65 years since a Class 4A big school from Sioux City had won a state title. Look at that. She's got it. You guys probably have seen it also. Anyway, that's not, okay. Here we go. Yeah, who's got a DVD player anymore? I don't.
I have a Blu-ray.
Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Jim Tillman and Kirk Heinrich. Yeah, 65 years of waiting. We produced that, and then that's me in the Bulls locker room in Chicago. I can't remember if Kirk was first or second year in the league, but I had access to the locker room, and there you go. Okay, there's some history there. This was, these slides do not show all of my life. Okay, I was homecoming king here. You don't see that slide. I was several other things, but we're going to fast forward. This was a 50th Ragbri celebration for the city of Sioux City. Okay, and that was in, what year was that? 2023. Okay, so 1973 was the first year of Ragbri. Now, you're wondering, why did Jim get his picture taken on the Ragbri billboard? The reason I did, because they knew I was into wellness, they knew I rode a bike. Okay, but I have never ridden in Ragbri. And I had no intentions to ride in Ragbri until they went around and asking each rider, "Are you riding in Ragbri?" And then they got to me, and they got quiet. I kind of got caught up in the emotion. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to ride in it." Here's what my strategy was. I was just going to ride on the outskirts of Sioux City, ride about 2-3 miles. That was it. Plan didn't work. My girlfriend that was supposed to pick me up didn't. I ended up riding 33 miles to Kingsley, Iowa at age 65. Think about that. And by the way, you never forget your first ride? Never again. Never again. It was dangerous. That was dangerous. Okay. Okay, and the last slide, this is, come with a heavy heart today. This was the first track coach at West High. This was my track coach. He was also an algebra teacher, calculus and all that, and he tried to get me to, I told him years ago, "Coach, I'm never going to use algebra, calculus," and I still haven't today. But he was a great man of wisdom. Coach Jim Moore, Westside's first track coach, he did pass away. And his service is today. That's all I got. Question.